Good morning, YouTube. Dan Matheny here. My lazy eye is out of control, but that's okay. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? I made this video because I wanted to talk about what I recommend on Wayland, or my experiences, I should say, on Wayland. I'm going to start with what doesn't work for me. And this is going to be a surprise for people, but I've been trying to get KDE to work on my end, and, I'm using the latest and greatest, though, so, it could be that, but my experience with KDE hasn't been the best. My track points on my trackpad don't work like it should with KDE, but with GNOME on Wayland, it works, everything works fine. I know XORG, with KDE works good. It's just, the Wayland version for me hasn't been working good. And anyway, I think that with certain desktop environments that I like like Cinnamon and I like XFCE, because they just work. But that's what works for me. So, I just wonder when it's going to change, but I think at the same time, it's slowly getting better. Wayland is slowly improving, but, my tiling window compositor Neary, that I did a video on the other day, that works great. Everything works great out of the box, especially after I installed Wayland-Satellite. Everything worked great. So, and Fuzzle, works good. So, certain things in Wayland are working great. GNOME in Wayland works great, but KDE for me in Wayland doesn't work great. This isn't going to be a long video, but I was just putting that out there because, I just feel like, more people are switching over to Linux. So, I'm not totally disregarding XORG because people still use it, but at the same time, I don't want... It kind of is in the middle right now, But I know XFCE and Cinnamon run off of XORG, even though they have experimental Wayland environments. But Cinnamon seems to work better on Wayland than XFCE does, because I played around with both on Wayland. And Cinnamon seems to work better than XFCE. But... you have IceWM, which is part of XORG. You have XLibre. That's another X server, basically, or, it's based off of X server. It's, you have XLibre, which is a fork of XORG. But, anyway, it is what it is. My question is what apps or what desktop environments do you guys recommend for me to try next? Because I want to try a couple out. I want to fire up virtual machines and install different ones, but I know I'm eventually going to do that. I got my virtual machine installed, but I had a problem with CachyOS installing, so I have to see what's wrong on my end again. So, on a virtual machine, so, it could be something I installed, it could be something I did, but anyway, that's my question. My question is, what desktop environment should I try next? But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for letting me share, and I hope you guys have a good Sunday. See ya.